Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about reasons why expats leave Thailand, and I'm basing this off either people that I'm friends with or people that I know. So this is from personal experience. The first one that we're going to have on the list is running out of money. So they come to Thailand, it's a cheap place to live. I got it. But, and we've had videos on this before, how you could spend more money than you intended on spending because you're having such a good time and everything's cheap. So that means you can do a lot of things and you're always saying to yourself, it's only this much, it's only this much. And then after a while, you've blown your money. So that is one thing I have seen that has happened here is people running out of money. So to avoid this, make sure that you do budget correctly. And whatever you say your budget is, add more money to it, because as much as we would like to stick to a budget, and some of you I'm sure can, most of us can or will break it every now and then, and things won't turn out exactly the way we wanted them to. But that is one reason that I have seen expats leave Thailand. The next one is some sort of a visa issue. So we're not talking necessarily about a retirement visa. Those are fairly somewhat easy to get if you're 50 and older and you've got the financial means to get that visa. But what I'm talking about are people, let's say, that come and they decide to do the ED visa, and they've done that for 2 or 3 years in a row, and they no longer can do that visa anymore. It's time for them to go, unless they can find another way to stay here or do border runs. If they're up to doing border runs, they're out. So sometimes you get visa issues that happen, and others I've seen, let's say somebody is here on a work permit and their job either lets them go or the job is canceled for whatever reason, and they don't have any other method they could stay in the country on, they're out as well too. So there's different scenarios for different visa types, but I've seen a lot of people have to leave due to some sort of visa issue. So make sure when you are deciding on what kind of visa you get, make sure you get some good advice from professionals here in Thailand as to what visa you should probably be applying to. I always tell everybody, message on Facebook, on the Messenger for Assist Thai Visa. No matter what part of Thailand you're going to, they will answer your questions for free. So I would message them and ask them, tell them what your situation is and ask them what visa would be the best for you. So hopefully that will be a good visa for you to stay here a long time. Next one is going to be cultural adjustment. I met some people that were so fired up about coming here to Thailand. They got here and it just wasn't for them. They just could not, let's say, mesh with society, get over some things. Really, they're not being 100% honest with me on what the reasons were, but that's kind of what it was about. It just wasn't for them. They thought it was going to be like this in their mind, and it was like that. It wasn't, I guess, as fun. Who knows? But I have met quite a few people who move here with one expectation, and the reality of living here is totally different from what they had in their head. If you're one of the people who are planning on moving here to Thailand, make sure to check out our step-by-step guide, which is down below in the description. You can find a link on Buy Me a Coffee. And what you're going to find in there is all the steps and links to all the websites that you would need to move from your home country here to Thailand. If you're going to move your pets, what do you do about your mail? What should you bring? What should you leave behind? What should you do about opening up a bank account? How to buy a car? What about all these things? So it's going to be covered there. And we also put in our email address in case there's something we didn't cover that you still need more information about. You can contact us directly, so make sure to check that out. So weather is a major factor for a lot of people leaving Thailand. How could it be the weather? Don't they know what they're getting into? Well, one would think. So it is hot here year round, depending on what you're used to. There's just varying degrees of hot. So in the months like March and April, it's going to be extremely hot. And then you've got other months like December, January. Those are less hot. Let's just say it like that. You've got the rainy season, which we are in right now. And there's also the smoky season that somebody is going to have to get used to. So the weather in general is going to be an issue for some people. They just can't take the heat anymore. They're sick sweating every day. High humidity, can't stand the humidity anymore. They're like, I'm out of here. I miss my winters. I miss wearing my winter boots and a jacket. snuggling up to a fire, you name it. So weather is a factor for a lot of expats here, and it's the reason that they leave. So this next one isn't necessarily a reason why they're leaving at the moment. We're waiting to see if this is going to be some reason that the expats do leave. And that is the new tax laws that are going around. So I'll have more information to you real soon about this whole tax thing. So the word on the street is that Thailand is going to start taxing people's income, foreigners here in Thailand. We'll see if that's a possibility. So for right now, nobody really knows how this is going to play out. Even the experts aren't that sure as to how this is going to play out. But if Thailand does go through with it and it's exactly what they say and they start taxing expats here in Thailand, I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of them leave. Okay, this next one, and whenever I do a one-on-one video, when people go to buy me a coffee and they want to book a one-on-one video, this is the one I cringe about the most, is when people are naive about coming to Thailand on certain things. And I understand why they're naive, but I got to tell them real quick, and that is, they tell me, I can't wait to get to Thailand. Let's say the guy's 35. I'm going to go there. I'm going to either open a business or I'm going to find a job somewhere, and I'm just going to live out the rest of my days there. It's going to be awesome. I talked to one guy who was going to invest in all these properties because that's what he did in the United States. So I'm going to buy all these rental properties, this, that, and the other. And I had to stop him. There are a lot of reasons why that stuff won't work here. A lot of the jobs, if not almost all of them, are for Thais. For a foreigner to get a job here is not the easiest thing. There's only a few jobs that they will even hire for. And so unless you've got some sort of skill that's very rare that they really need here in Thailand, you finding a employment here in Thailand is going to be very difficult. So I've seen people come here with high hopes of buying a lot of property, which by the way is very hard for foreigners to do in the first place. They come here either thinking they're going to start a business on their own, or again with the real estate, and they're going to find out that it isn't exactly going the way they wanted it to. There's too much bureaucracy, either they can't do it or whatever, and they're out. They're going to go to a country that's a lot easier for them to attain those goals. So we mentioned this one before, but just briefly, and that's the air pollution. So a lot of people get here, don't realize that there is some air pollution that you're going to need to deal with about 3 months out of the year at least. That's towards the end of February, all of March, and most of April, and that would be the smoky season. That's here in Thailand, so it is a real thing. People always say, well, how do I get away from it? Well, you might want to go to another country. So for Thailand, most of Thailand is going to have the smoke issues. The islands are probably going to be your best bet. Going way down south is again going to be some of your best bets. So you can move, let's say, from Bangkok or from Chiang Mai for a few months out of the year and go down south, or take this time to go back to your home country, visit your loved ones, or maybe check out a local country. Well, even the local countries right around Thailand have the same issue. So maybe try visiting some other country a little bit further away from the smoke. Another big one is family responsibilities. They've done all their homework. They get here, they love it. And unfortunately, either tragedy happens back home or some family issue where they're going to have to go back and take care of a loved one or take care of something personal, and they leave. And it's unfortunate because they got their whole life, let's say, made over here, a car, motorcycle, apartments, the whole 9 yards, and whatever happened in their life, they need to move back for an extended period of time. So they sell everything and have to move away. Hopefully they will come back again, but that is another reason that I see people leaving. Another reason is a bad breakup. Some people come here to meet a Thai woman or male, whichever the case is. And unfortunately, relationships are the same here as they are all over the world. There's going to be good ones and there's going to be bad ones. So they had a bad breakup here. And some people, when they get a breakup, they want to move out of the city. Some people want to move out of the country. So some people I've seen have a bad breakup and they just leave the country. I'm done with it. They're gone. So there's another reason that people leave Thailand. So I do have some shout outs I'd like to do to some people who have donated to the channel, and those people are as followed. On Buy Me a Coffee, a shout out to Norris H. Rex and Stuart H, and on super thanks, Craig W, and this is Appalachian Ballistics. And a special shout out to Michelle that we met at Duke's Restaurant. So I said I would say hello, hello. So thank you for watching. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, buy us a coffee. If you feel so inclined, we sure would appreciate it. Link down in the description. Become a member. That would be awesome, which you could do that on Buy Me a Coffee as well. And until next time, I'm going to say thank you in Thai, which is Kap Kun Kap.